Hey everyone, welcome. So last video I installed this door and I didn't have the trim for it. Well, last week I've been building the trim among other things, and so the goal for today is to get that installed, and then after that I want to fire up the excavator and try to make some repairs to my road. I've got some friends showing up for a cycling training camp, and I want to be able to get in here without having too much trouble. So I've got a pile of gravel and a pile of rocks, and I want to get that stuff moved out of the way so that they can have some place to park. So I need to talk to you guys about something, and I'll do it while I work so it doesn't get too boring. I've briefly touched on this subject a while ago in this video where I went and toured my neighbor's cabin. But basically, allegedly, I say allegedly because to me it's just normal. I don't know what it's like to be any other way, but allegedly, allegedly, I have some learning disabilities. And supposedly one is attention disorder. To me, I don't think I have that because I can pay attention to something if it's interesting, and if it's boring as hell, I can't pay attention to it, but that seems perfectly reasonable. So anyway, I don't think I have that, but supposedly I've been told I do. But the other thing that definitely I do have was an issue with order of operations and doing things in the correct order and just being organized in general. And more specifically, what I had or have is executive dysfunction, and for me that comes into play with planning, organizing, time management, doing things in the proper order, or staying focused, starting tasks that are boring, and I still in just finishing things and seeing projects through to the end. And I mean I can still remember taking the trail test where you're a kid and you have to put your pencil on a piece of paper and you have to draw a trail for numbers and letters, and just remember being super frustrated with that and all the other tests I had to do. So it's this stuff is coming back to haunt me a bit right now. I'm working pretty hard to manage it, but it's definitely impacting me. Truthfully, I can be organized and I can do things in the right order. The problem is that it takes every ounce of my available energy, focus, and it's a constant effort to do that. And while I've done okay in life and it hasn't affected me too much, unfortunately with YouTube, you get punished for that. Kind of the way that YouTube works is they want to put you in a category. They develop what they call your audience, and then they rate your videos against how your audience likes them, whether they choose to click on them. And my problem is that I do several different things and I jump around in the order that I do them. And so this is where the executive function comes in. I keep jumping from project to project and task to task and back and forth, and this drives people crazy. I understand that, and I'm sorry about it, but it just sometimes my hand is forced, and sometimes it's just me being who I am. Because this is a real life channel. It's not, this is not a professional channel where I can just keep pumping out the same kind of content. For me, this truly is YouTube. I do what I'm working on and I film it so you guys can enjoy that. The problem is, if you miss a week or you change subjects, you get punished for that. And it's quite frustrating for me because I'm very analytical of my abilities, of my videos. I'm constantly comparing the quality of my videos, of my production against other similar channels, and it's really holding me back. Basically what YouTube does is they'll show your thumbnail to a couple people, they'll see who clicks on it, and then they'll go from there. Well, apparently YouTube is not sophisticated enough to know that they need to show my YouTube video, my woodworking videos to people who are interested in woodworking. They need to show my excavator videos to people who are interested in excavating, and they need to show my off-grid cabin videos to people who are interested in off-grid cabins, and they need to show my shop renovation videos to people who are interested in that. And apparently, for all the intelligence that they have and the brain trust that is Google and YouTube, they don't understand and they can't figure out that I make different kinds of videos, and they show my videos to the same group of people every time, and then they go from there. And if those people don't happen to be interested in that subject, then they won't show it to other people. And so YouTube has basically created this perfect algorithm that's so much like us that it's every bit as flawed as we are. And it's frustrating because I look at the quality of videos that I make on certain subjects, and they're every bit as good. I'm saying this objectively. They're every bit as good as super popular channels in the genre, but those channels just do the same thing continuously. And I don't have the luxury of doing that because this isn't my full-time job. YouTube doesn't pay my bills. It's like bonus money. So I have to do what I have to do in real life. So what I need you guys to do, what I really would appreciate if you could do, is just hit subscribe and hit notify and come back when there's a video that you're interested in. And basically what happens is if I miss a few weeks, or if I change from one subject to the other, like from the pond project to my shop, what happens is people don't come back. They won't come back because it's human nature. They get focused on something else, and it just happens. And so what I've been saying and what I'm getting at here is that you can't leave it up to the algorithm, because the algorithm won't show you what you were interested 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago. They're going to just give you what you want now to keep you on YouTube. They're not going to be like, oh, he liked that video 3 weeks ago. Just make sure, like, if you wanted to see the pond project, I am going to finish that, but the problem is I just don't have the luxury of taking the time, setting up the logistics, and doing everything that it takes to film that right away. So I have to do that when I can do it. And if you guys hit subscribe and hit notify, that will help me make sure that when you're interested in something, you do end up back here, and I won't get penalized for basically being who I am. And this is super frustrating to me because I've never been making better videos. I've never been better at my craft right now, be it woodworking or construction. And the better I get at this stuff, my videos are getting less and less views, it just makes it incredibly hard to stay motivated and keep making videos. So hopefully that all made sense. Hopefully it doesn't somehow accidentally offend people by taking it the wrong way. I don't mean it in a pretentious way. I've thought about this a lot, and I think it's just the reality of how I am and how YouTube works. So if y'all could help me with that, I would super appreciate it. Alright, and so I put this this kind of green and green cloudburst detail in here because you got this cabinet here that I still haven't put a lid on that, you know, has to open. Well, it looks like it's hitting there, but I don't really care about that. Yeah, so that's got to open there, and I didn't really know how else to handle that. It looks kind of goofy, but who knows? I don't know what else you can do. Alright, now I just got this little corner here to do. And that'll be everything that I intended to do this trip. That's tight. Wow. That, mine. Toot my own horn there, that fits pretty good. I don't even need to nail that, but we will. Well, that took way longer than I thought. Once again, I didn't get to go on the excavator. Maybe I will tomorrow. I've also got this hardware for the door that I'm going to put on hopefully tomorrow.